going to be interesting to see whether he can sniff out who's behind here. Looks like he's still reaching for the black chips.
Yeah, Brian Townsend, I really haven't seen more than one speed. I've seen one speed and one speed only. And he looks like he has a lot of money there. Looks like he has 2 black chips, I want to say. And those black chips are $25,000. If you want to be a successful poker player, you have to have more than one speed. Let's see how he does this.
Looks like only one black chip.
You're right. It's one black chip, but a lot of red chips. It's a $40,000 bet. $40,000 bet into a $63,000 pot. The pot's $103,000. And at this point, if you're Patrick Antonius, do you raise? Or do you put maybe, are you scared of queens or kings? $103,000 pot. $40,000 to Antonius.
There's really only one hand he can get a call from here that he's in front, and a big queen king. I can't imagine him re-raising this one.
Brian Townsend was the pre-flop raiser. He could have pocket queens, he could have pocket kings. And you're probably right. Nothing else to call a raise.
Phil Ivey watching on intently. For once, he's not the one getting beaten up in the pot. It's his fellow big loser, Brian Townsend.
And at this point, does Brian Townsend even want to call? You can feel the tension. Patrick Antonius is not going to fold here. I'm pretty sure of that. Just deciding whether he should raise, whether there's any value to the raise.
Yeah. I'll bring him 6.
Looks like he's counting out a number of black chips in this pot. That looks like a raise.
Yeah, it's a big raise.
150,000.
He makes it $150,000.
I think Brian Townsend's just realised his hand's no good.
I was wondering if Brian Townsend actually wanted a call. He certainly didn't want that. And
Where is it exactly?
And the pot is $250,000, $110,000 to call. Brian definitely not happy to see the raise there on the river.
He's reaching for his chips.
Wow, is he really going to call this? What hand can he beat? What hand did Antonius call the flop with, the turn with, and then raise the river with that he can beat?
What has he convinced himself that his opponent's got?
You wonder, he can't beat 7-8, and look at that, he calls. I cannot believe it. We have the biggest pot at the $1 million cash game, $363,000. Unbelievable. $363,000.
Masterfully played. I don't know if I'd have tried to go for the value re-raise on the end. I just couldn't imagine that Brian Townsend would call with a hand like that. He has, and more power to Patrick Antonius' arm. He's just won an absolute monster.
And off to a leaderboard. After 276 hands, we didn't think it would happen, but we have a new leader. Patrick Antonius is up over $280,000. Tony G not at the table anymore. He's in the bar, but he's only up over a little over $260,000. Brian Townsend now down over $250,000, and Phil Ivey, of course, down $363,000. But Phil Ivey, he's going to fight back. He's rebought for $300,000 more. It's the Full Tilt Poker.net $1 million cash game in association with 50 London, and we have a massive game here, over $1.8 million on the table. I'm David Tuckman, alongside poker professional Gary Jones. And the action has been absolutely intense. Phil Ivey has rebought for $300,000 more. He is actually in this game for $800K, and he's down $370,000. Brian Townsend in seat number 8 has rebought for $200,000 more. He just lost a monster pot against Patrick Antonius and has reloaded, trying to get it back. Phil Ivey's raised it in first position in this hand. Roland DeWolf's called in. Eric Lingram's in the pot as well. Ferguson gets out the way and leads him to it. Interesting calling hand there, the Jack 6 of spades for Roland. Eric Lingram with the only genuine